Yeah, just the reps really at practice, and that's I think that's strength of ours up front is we've got some depth and we've got a ton of guys who have played this season in different combinations. So the big thing is just getting comfortable with the communication and over communicating when there's some new guys in there.
For people who don't maybe understand offensive line dynamics as well, how can you explain how different left tackle is from right tackle for someone like Jason Peters?
Yeah, I mean, it's an impressive switch just because anytime you go from one side to the other, you kind of got to flip the plays, the footwork, everything in your mind. And in JP's case, kind of on the snap of the finger, hey, we need a 98-yard 2-minute drill to go win it. So it was really impressive by him coming in there and doing that.
When you got here, DeMarco was the every down guy. Zeke's been that guy for a good portion. What's the benefit? Is there a benefit for you guys up front when it's two guys or does it change? Does anything?
I think it's a benefit for our football team, no doubt, just because those guys are fresh and they talk about it all the time. I mean, with two guys carrying the load like that, I've heard Zeke say there's really no excuse for them to gas out. They can just roll in and do their thing, and it's not like we have, there's plays here and there that are specifically for one or the other, but for the most part, we run the same plays no matter who's back there. So it's a huge benefit to our football team.
Was there a time where Tony caught your eye? You're like, where did this guy come from?
I mean, I think he's been making plays ever since he's been here, and I think obviously this year he's taken the next step as more of a highlighted player in our offense, and I think you've seen that kind of growing up to this season through his first 3 years. But it's left to right. Go ahead.
How difficult is it to manage two different positions? Like at times he's playing a little bit of guard, he's playing two.
Yeah.
And then someone might play the left side to the right side. Or is it just a manage?
Yeah, it's tough, but I think we've had, I think our coaches have done a great job, even since training camp, mixing guys into different positions and different combinations, and I think it's helped us this year when we, in certain situations when we needed guys to kind of move around. It's paid off. So that's something that we've been doing since training camp, and that I know guys take a lot of pride in being able to be counted on in different positions.
How does that change things for you when there are so many guys moving around you? Does it change anything that you have to do communication-wise?
I think just over-communicate. I think the best thing I can do in there is just try to be as consistent as possible so those guys are feeling the same things on combinations and protection. But the big thing is just over-communicating, and, doesn't matter if the defense knows where we're going. As long as we know what we're doing, we'll go out there and execute plays.
How much of that communication was the secret to Terrence's growth?
Yeah, I think it was big just because, Terrence, when he first got here, it was a young player, and just to over communicate and then just to see him grow, and this season I think we kind of evolved to that, just kind of feeling each other out and not having to make every call in the world, and that comes with just playing next to each other. So obviously, unfortunately, Terrence went down, and we got some big shoes to fill, but I think number one is just over communicate. Cool.